Hello everyone and welcome once again to your very own channel Easy and Effortless Economics. I'm starting with a new series where we will be discussing about the reason behind everyday activities, or we'll try to understand the economics behind everyday activities. Whatever decision we are taking, whatever things we are seeing around, it's not just like that. There is a logic and a reason behind it. So let's understand it in this session. So the topic that I took for today's session is why coffee costs more at airports. Though everybody have an experience of visiting airports, and then we have seen the prices of the coffee is very different and it's really high. So what is the reason? It's just like that, it's airport, that is why it's high? No. So we will be discussing that why in airports the coffee is so expensive, and at times price of the coffee which we are paying outside, but when we purchase a cup of coffee or buy a cup of coffee at airports, it's very much different. So but why? Is it some exploitation, or what could be the reason? But if you need to understand it, it's not the exploitation, it's not just the policy that exists at airports. There are a number of things which is behind it. It's like demand and supply at airports, price elasticity, monopoly pricing power, and time value for money. So these are the factors which actually lead to the prices of the coffee extremely high at airports. Now let's understand them one by one. So as I told you about supply and demand at airports. So what happened? Limited supply and the demand is constant. So we know that only few vendors are allowed to enter there, means there only few vendors are there who are selling the you can say coffee, and we know that there are thousands of travelers, so demand is really high. Every person who is visiting and they are already exhausted, so at that point of time you feel like having something refreshing to rejuvenate you. So what is happening? The demand is high but the supply is restricted. That is why it is leading to the higher prices, because we know when the demand is high and supply is less, so what we felt, we see that the prices are really high. Then what could be the next reason? It is about price elasticity. So we have already understood about the inelastic demand. So what happened? The people who are traveling were spending thousands of money or thousands in traveling, they are least bothered about paying a petty amount or a heavy amount for coffee. So what is happening? People will buy coffee even at a higher price. When you are spending so much on traveling, I don't think that if something is giving you satisfaction or contentment, so traveler will think twice about buying, so they will buy it. So that is why what is happening, just because of urgency and lack of alternatives available, they prefer what is best there and what they feel is going to make them happy. So that is why, that is the reason that sellers can raise prices without losing customers, because they know if they are increasing the price, it's not going to leave any bigger impact or lead to any impact on the customers. They are going to buy it. So this is another reason which leads to the higher prices for coffee at airports. Then we have monopoly pricing power. Monopoly pricing power, what does it mean? It means that there is limited competition or no competition. So that is why the pricing power is in the hands of the producers. So what they are doing, vendors, they are charging exorbitant or higher prices. So airports control vendor access, like few coffee options are there and not everybody or every vendor is not there at the airports, limited are there. So that's why we call it as a monopoly or oligopoly situations like things. Oligopoly is like where there are few sellers, and monopoly where there is only one seller. So depending upon the situation, it can be the monopoly or oligopoly. And then that is the reason where, that is why vendors charge maximum to maximize their profit. So because they know that people are coming and the options are limited, so definitely they can increase the price as per their choices. And the last thing that is contributing to the higher prices of the coffee is that time value for customers, because they are traveling, they are already tired, they need to they are really exhausted, they are stressed, so they feel like that having a cup of coffee is something which they require or need at this point of time. So they are, it's not just about having a cup of coffee, it is about the convenience, it's about the satisfaction they are getting. You are so much exhausted and tired with the things, just having a cup of coffee is making your day. Not for everyone, but yes, majority of the people find a great sense of contentment after having a cup of coffee. So at the end, what we have understood, that it's not only about the coffee being expensive at airport, there are a number of factors which lead to that being the coffee priced higher, it's not about that you are not just paying for the higher coffee, it's just you are paying for convenience, time, access, and scarcity. These are the factors which is actually leading you to pay a higher price. So this is how we understand that this is the reason behind paying higher prices for the coffee at airports. So next time when you travel and you pay a higher price for the coffee, just think twice that yes, what economics runs behind it. So this is the first topic which we have discussed today, that is the reason, that these are the reasons behind the prices, the higher prices of the coffee at airports. So in the coming videos I will be coming up with all such things, like for example, why the packs of chips which you used to eat and which you really love is decreasing the quantity of the chips. So what is the economics behind it? Like this many other things which you feel that why it is happening, there is a logic and economics behind it. So in the coming series we will be covering all these things to provide you more clarity and understanding about economics, because we need to understand economics is not only about reading demand and supply in the books. It is happening everywhere, every now and then. Wherever you look around, you will find the existence of economics. So on this note, I'm just going to sign off right now. We'll be meeting again with more interesting things and understanding about economics. So next time, travel and do think twice the economics behind the increased or the higher price of the coffee. So that's all for the day. Thank you everyone. Hope you all have a great understanding day. Thank you so much.